So if you're someone who's got all kinds of creative things that you know will take your life to the next level, that you've been putting on the back burner for weeks, months, or probably even years, then this download is especially for you, because this has been a game changer for me. So what I want to share with you in this video is three main things. The first thing is about time and how to most creatively and excitedly use time to your advantage so that it's fun to create those things that you've put on the back burner. Second thing I want to talk to you about is the difference between comfortable creativity and wealthy creativity. This is a dope new insight that I just learned for myself 2 days ago. And the third thing I'm going to talk about is the definitions we keep in our subconscious that you might not know are keeping you from taking action on those things. This I just learned yesterday. All right, so I'm sharing these things fresh from my own consciousness to yours, with the hopes that it'll just benefit you. So firstly, to start off, to talk about the time piece. So where this came from for me is, the other day I just turned 33. My birthday is October 14th, and I've been excited to turn 33 since I was a kid for a number of reasons. But what I want to highlight here is that I was reflecting on what is it that I want to gift to myself for my 33rd birthday. And the inspiration came in, I was thinking about, well, there's all these things I put on the back burner that I haven't taken action on, like writing my book and creating retreats and, things like that. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to gift myself with 33 days of creativity. So this is the timepiece. I'm going to gift myself with 33 days of creativity, where the idea is not to stop after 33 days, but just to use 33 days to create a momentum for myself so that by the end of 33 days, it'll already be second nature. It'll be a habit, because I realized I want to prioritize creativity in my life the same way I prioritize excitement. Excitement is my highest priority in life. And so as a creator, since we're all creators, I'm like, I want to prioritize creativity just as high. And I guess part of the inspiration for this, well, one is that I just like the number 33, so that's what made it exciting for me. But I was also reflecting on the only positive thing I could think about the school system. A lot of us who have left the school system and became creative entrepreneurs or artists or whatnot kind of just threw out the baby with the bathwater. But one thing I did realize is that one thing school did do good is that it gave us a schedule. It had us focus on things at certain times, so that we actually get things done. Like, imagine if you're someone who lives a creative lifestyle and you wanted to learn algebra, how long it would probably take you, just because you're not doing it every Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. or whatever the thing is, right? Not that school is at 7 p.m., but you get what I mean. So it was just this idea of using 33 days to give myself a gift of 33 days of creativity. All right, so that was number one. So as I started doing this, day one came around. I'm like, all right, cool, day one. And, day one felt, it's like starting a new thing. It felt like, all right, cool, got to like adjust to certain things. And at the same time, I had inspiration towards it. And so the first thing I did was, even though I had, retreat dreams and book dreams, the first thing I did is like, all right, let me start with just making some Instagram and YouTube videos, because, because I have inspiration there. I could tune into inspiration at any point, and so can you, right? So I made two videos. I made a video about my 33rd birthday and the lessons I learned on that day, and I made a video about one of the sessions I gave. Made it, posted it, boom. I'm like, good, creativity done. But inside, I didn't feel complete. I was like, why don't I feel a sense of completion like I did my first day challenge properly? And then that's when I realized that there's a difference between what I'm calling comfortable creativity and wealthy creativity. See, comfortable creativity is the kind of creativity that's just easy for you. It's in your comfort zone. I can easily pump out Instagram and social media videos all day, every day. That's easy for me. And it's not a bad thing that it's easy. It's great that it's comfortable and easy. We need things like that as well. However, wealthy creativity is the kind of creativity that causes you to have to stretch yourself in order to bring it into fruition, right? It takes a new level of courage. It takes new levels of behavior inside of you to come online in order to create those things. And, so that for me looked like taking a pen and paper and mapping out my dreams and writing things down like, all right, what am I most excited to create in my life this year? And writing those things down and then numbering them in order from 1 to 5 so I could highlight, okay, this is my top priority, this is where all my energy will go to, and these are my second, third, and fourth. And things like that, just mapping things out, which isn't my normal way of doing things. I just do things very in the flow and intuitively. Not that this wasn't in the flow and intuitive, it was just a new behavior. So it was still exciting, there was no push, there was no effort, it was just different, and so that was the insight, is there's a difference between comfortable creativity and wealthy creativity. And if we want to bring forth creativity that will harness the wealth of our spirit so that we can manifest the wealth of our dreams and creativity, we have to put priority on our wealthy creativity, which feels a lot like, getting involved in a new activity, right? Have you ever had the experience of you're home and you're comfortable and you're doing things that are, maybe creative, maybe not, and someone invites you somewhere to go for a hike or to go do some activity, and you're just like, no, I'm good, I think I'll just stay here. But for whatever reason, you end up going because they convince you, and then you go do the activity and you're like, oh, I'm so happy I came, right? You just realize that you were just being lazy. That brings me to my third element, which is laziness and the definitions we hold. So something I realized as I was getting myself to move towards wealthy creativity is, as soon as I became conscious of the difference between comfortable and wealthy creativity, I started to stall. I was literally in my bed, I'm like, okay, cool, now that I know, I'm gonna go do it. And then I started scrolling through Instagram, and then I would get texts from people who needed support. I'm like, oh, let me be supportive, all the while very conscious of what I'm doing, that I was stalling. And then so finally I looked at it, I'm like, okay, why am I really stalling? Why am I being lazy? And so what I did is I looked at the definition of laziness that I hold in my subconscious. And the way that I defined laziness was can't be bothered to put in effort, which was illuminating because I'm someone who believes that you don't need effort to make things happen. I firmly believe and have a sense of knowing that life is designed to be effortless, right? Everything I do, everything I've accomplished has come from a space of effortlessness because I do it from inspiration and excitement. But because I had contradicting beliefs in my subconscious, I had the belief that laziness can't be bothered to put in effort, and on the other belief, life is designed to be effortless. So because I had a contradicting belief that effort isn't required, of course I wasn't moving towards those things because it wasn't attuning with my soul's way. So what did I do? I tuned into spirit, tuned into source, and I asked, I'm like, what do I do about this? And then spirit gave me a new definition for laziness, which was can't be bothered to put in excitement. And that one got me. I was like, whoa, all right, that is golden. Because one, it's true, because, all my wealthy creative things are very, very exciting. It's just that I had an old definition in the way. And two, it upgraded my limiting belief in such a way that it's now in resonance with my lifestyle and my flow. So now I actually feel pulled and inspired to show up for the excitement that I was not being bothered to do. And so these three things are absolute game changers, and now I'm super lit. Like I mapped out everything. I've been reaching out to the people I need to reach out to. I invested in myself and new things that need to get done, and I'm taking inspired action every day with much more momentum. And it's only day 3, I believe. All right, so wanted to share these insights with you for whatever worth and value might have to your life, because I know what that vibe is like. So again, the 3 elements are time. In my case, it was gifting myself with 33 days of creativity to get those engines moving. The second thing was the difference between comfortable creativity and wealthy creativity. And the third thing is to look at your definitions that you hold in your subconscious, or simply borrow mine. All right, because chances are it's a laziness thing. All right, so I hope this was helpful. I will absolutely be adding this to my Wealthy Spirit program, where I help you guys tune into the magic of your soul in much more effortless ways to create wealth, not just financially, but spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. And yeah, just letting you guys know. So hope you enjoyed this video, sharing lots of love with you guys, and aloha from Kauai.